it, pace crash hard, heartbeat sink. This that show that make you think. Under them lights, we don't play, we ball. From the small town fields to the big state calls. We talk rivalries, legends, up next kings. Breakdowns, hot takes, all them rings. Turn it up, don't miss this drive. Texas high school dreams so loud, so loud, so loud. You tuned in now, right that way. This the part they crave every Friday. Welcome to the show where the big hits roll. Texas under lights, we talk hard, we talk slow. From the first snap high to the last play glow. It's Friday night, lights, let's go. Woo! Let's get old, let's get old, hey. Let's get old, let's get old, let's get old, hey. Woo!
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another great episode of Between the Hashes, your Texas high school football podcast. I'm your co-host, Adam McAbee. As always, got my right-hand guy, Mr. R.L. Martin, here with me tonight. How are you, buddy?
Pretty good, brother. How about y'all?
Man, I can't complain. Man, it's going to be a great episode. We are bringing back two of the members from Third Down Media, Mr. Marc Henry. Welcome back.
Appreciate you, fellas. Loved that episode before, man, but it's going to get real tight now.
Oh,
Yes.
meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
Yep.
Time
And
to
we
get it.
have the perennial sports photographer, Greg Hammer. Welcome back, the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, hey, like we talked about, we've got a lot to dive into tonight to finish up this episode. We're going to start with 4A Division I. We're going to follow a similar format. We're going to cover a couple of districts out of 4A D1 from the south, from the east, and from the west. And now we're going to kick over to Houston, and we're going to cover a district out of Houston, and then we're going to come cover a district in DFW. We'll follow that same format through 5A and 6A, and then when we finish up our district predictions, we're going to kick it over to our final four predictions for the state final playoffs. So with that in mind, RL, you're up, man. Let's go over to 4A Division I. We've got District 13 up first.
All right, we got District 13, y'all. That's Canyon Lake, Davenport, Fredericksburg, Kerrville Tivy, Austin LBJ, Northeast Raiders, Taylor Ducks, Travis Rebels. This one here for me, it's basically I'm gonna say 3 and a possible 4 if we was playing spades.
Sounds like I got me a new spades partner.
Yeah. Three and a possible. I'll go ahead and I'm going to kick it off first. I'll start off with my number 4. It's going to be a fight. That's going to be a fight between Canyon Lake and Fredericksburg. Fredericksburg always has a good team, always a hard-nosed. I mean, those kids up there play hard. But looking at the what they're bringing back, they got 3 returning on offense, 6 on defense. Like I said, that's a hard-nosed team, and it's always well coached. But we've got Canyon Lake, who has been making strides these past few seasons. So I think those two are going to battle right now for the 4th position. That 3rd position, I believe that is going to be Kerrville Tivy. Tivy has some pieces up there. And if I'm not mistaken, that Sam Barber, remember that name, Sam Barber, defensive end over at Tivy, 6'4", 220-pound D end over there at Tivy. They've got some other pieces. They got a really good running back, Aiden Zavala. Aiden Zavala ran for over 1,000 yards last year. A receiver, Kyron. I never can say Kyron's last name, but I think it's Armelin. He's a 6'2" receiver, 997 yards, 14 TDs. That's number 3. Number 2, I go to Austin LBJ. One thing I think about when I have Austin LBJ is speed. They always have the speed, and a lot of teams can't match up with that speed because they've got it all over the place. So I think Austin is going to be there in the 2nd place, but I do have number 1 is Davenport. That's here in the San Antonio area. Davenport is a fairly new program. They've been around for a number of years now, but a fairly new program out there, but they've made noise. And being in this district, I think they're going to battle with LBJ, but I think they'll pull it out. Y'all remember the name Josh Johnson. That's a DB over there. Mm-hmm. Their quarterback, Torres, threw for over 2,300 yards, 24 touchdowns. And like I said, that DB over there, Johnson, Josh is one to watch. I think this year Josh might be on that offensive side some. He's just that good of an athlete, but he is definitely a lockdown corner standing at 5'11". And they have a linebacker over there, Nolan Brown, 6'2", 200 pounds. You can't shake a stick at 96 tackles. Yeah. So no. I think Davenport pulls that off in a 13-4A Division 1.
So you've got Davenport 1, LBJ
2, Tivy, and then I think Canyon Lake over Fredericksburg, but that one there could flip-flop. So I'm pretty much with David Campbell's on their predictions on there, but I just can't count out Fredericksburg on battling and getting in there.
Good
Now,
deal.
the best all-around player in that district has to be Marquise Murray
Oh,
from
definitely.
LBJ.
Oh,
We're talking
definitely.
about a guy that went for over 1,500 yards rushing,
Definitely.
38 tackles on the defense. Had a chance to see him up close and personal several times this offseason. And, man, he won a couple of camp MVPs. He's got some offers. I think that this is probably one of the most under-recruited kids in the state. You know what I'm
And
saying?
he's a beast.
He's a beast. And,
He's a
you know,
beast, man.
I think sometime in recruiting, I know this is off the subject, but slow recruiting, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because in the 2027 class is loaded across the board.
Deep. It's
Yeah.
deep.
It's one of the deepest class that I've seen in probably a decade.
Yeah. I would
28's
agree.
coming. They're starting
Yeah.
to catch up
Yeah.
with him. But Marquise Murray is probably, Earl and Mac, you might agree with this. I think he's one of the most under-recruited kids in the state.
I do.
You know,
Yeah.
great
I agree.
size, speed,
Yep.
catch out of the backfield. Now where he
Power.
play, power runner.
Power runner.
Power
He's
runner.
got the speed to take it the distance. A great receiver out of backfield, special teams. You can do whatever you want him to do. And like you said, our LBJ's known for speed. They've made a state run a couple of times. And I would love to see those guys get a chance to make a run because that gives him more chance to put tape
Yeah.
together for
Yeah.
college recruiters to see. Now, he
Yeah.
has offers. He has Division I offers. But, I mean, in the city of Austin, I mean, I'm not saying nothing, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You know,
I understand
There's
that.
some schools in proximity that should really be taking a look at this guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the thing is that his work ethic to
Work
where
ethic.
he has a great
He
work
wants
ethic. Like
it.
I say, when I say
Yeah.
he's a beast, that kid, you look at his workout he's done. I watched him. He was up at Anthony's camp one year in Austin,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw him there. That's the first time I
Right.
saw him, and he jumped
Right.
off the field there. But like you said, under recruited. I think he's overlooked some. But I
Yeah.
think he's making strides to where this year, with a good year, he's gonna make somebody have to take a real serious look and give him that offer.
It
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like we're gonna be playing this segment, this part right here, back and saying that a couple people made some predicaments and it came true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Marquise is one that you
He's one you
don't
can't
sleep
miss.
on. You
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
sleep on him.
Can't
Somebody's
sleep
going
on
to
him.
get a good recruit if he
Somebody's
is
going
slept
to get
on.
a guy
Right.
that's going to
And-
come in and make some plays as a freshman.
I'll
Yeah,
put it this way:
100%.
as Marquise plays and he gets more and more into the offense, and that offense starts moving, I think he's going to be one that can put a team on his back. He's
Facts.
that. I'm telling. When I say Marquise is a beast, he's a beast.
Beast.
Awesome. Well, that's good stuff for District 13. Let's move over to District 15 for a Division I. Got to give a shout out to my guys, Coach Irvin over there. He's offensive coordinator at Cal Allen, used to be at Tyler Chapel Hill. He and his wife moved down there a few years ago, and they do a great job down there at Cal Allen. So got to give a shout out to my guys, Coach Irvin. RL, what do you think about this district?
This district is one that has been improving each year. I keep an eye on there. I go down there usually every other year or every 2 years.
Yeah.
I get down to Corpus and catch Miller, catch Vets, Cal Allen. We've got another team. Flower Bluff is down there. I catch them as well. But for this district here, I think that I really think that Dave Campbell's hit it on the head with what they predicted. Number 4, they've got Toloso Midway. Number 3, they've got Miller. They've got Port Lavaca, Calhoun, and then they got Cal Allen. Cal Allen is always a machine.
Yeah.
It's always a machine. That offense that they have, it's hard.
They're
It is
definitely
very hard.
the elite of that district.
Yeah, they're a
That
leader of that
area.
district. Well, if I want to highlight one player from there, and not knocking anybody else that's on that team, but I'll say 2. Ryder Reeve, the running back from Cal Allen, and then they have a quarterback, Connor Klosterman. Klosterman is 6'3", 210 pounds. Don't forget about him down there.
Yep.
I will say this: Port Lavaca, Calhoun, and Miller, they're going to fight. They're going to fight for that number 2 spot. They've got
So do
a
you think
couple
this district's
pieces.
more up in the air than
Nope.
in
I
years
think
past,
Cal
or you think it's still Cal?
Allen. I think Cal Allen still has it.
Yeah.
And I think the other teams are battling to get there. They'll put up the fight and everything, but I think Cal Allen's going to take that district. I just think Miller has pieces that are coming in. They've got a new coach. Shout out Coach Garcia down there. I know him. He's down there at Miller now, and I highlighted one of their players later, Dion Jones, a defensive tackle that's down there. But I think they're going to be fighting with Port Lavaca, but I think it's Cal Allen's district to lose.
Yep, I agree. All right, moving on. We got East Texas up next. We got District 8, 4A, Division 1. This district has Bullard, Palestine, Jacksonville, Henderson, Tyler, Chapel Hill, Longview, Pine Tree, Lindale, and Kilgore. Now, the last several years, Kilgore has been the state representative in this district.
Yep.
Dave Campbell's kind of threw a wrench in some of their predictions with this district. They have Lindale at 1, Kilgore 2, Pine Tree 3, and Tyler Chapel Hill 4. I kind of disagree with it. Until somebody knocks off Kilgore, you got to have them as the cream of the crop in that district. And I think they're Kilgore. I mean, they've got talent for miles and miles. So for me, it's Kilgore 1. I've got Lindale 2. And then Tyler Chapel Hill 3 and Pine Tree 4. So same 4 teams, just a little bit different shake on it. So it's like we talked about last night with Carthage. Until somebody knocks Kilgore off, you got to put them at the cream of the crop. And then Lindale, Tyler Chapel Hill will be 3 for me, and then Pine Tree will be 4.
This is a loaded district.
Yeah.
This should be some more noise, man. Lindale's been a team that's been on the cusp, but like you said, Kilgore, that speed, those guys again go both ways. They had a hell of a run last year, but they ran into who?
Yep.
Stephenville. Which,
we'll get to that one in a minute.
Absolutely. That's why I didn't want to say too much, but I mean, I think I agree, man. I mean, you could argue and flip flop that, but like you said, the team knocked the big dog off, but maybe there's something that they saw in Lindale maybe this spring that maybe, we might not have seen yet, but I don't sleep on Chapel Hill either, though.
I agree with Chapel Hill. Yep.
Absolutely.
Good.
All right. Next up, we've got District 7, 4A Division 1. While this district's kind of one of those weird ones where you've got a bunch of East Texas teams, but you've also got a couple of DFW teams. So this is going to be my DFW district as well as East Texas. This district has Ferris, Kaufman, Caddo Mills, Maybank, Paris, Sulphur Springs, and Waxahachie Life. This district is one of those where you've got the haves and the have-nots. And I don't like talking negative about any program, but there is a very clear difference in this district from the top tier teams and the bottom tier teams. One of the schools that is in this district just moved up from 4A Division 2. They were in our district last year, Caddo Mills. They're making the jump to 4A Division 1. And they arguably have 2 of the toughest teams in the state in their district with Paris and Sulphur Springs. Sulphur Springs quarterback Deuce Timmons is an athlete. Paris, their quarterback, I cannot think of his name to save my life right now. He trains at Quarterback Country.
Tyler Heath.
Tyler Heath, thank you. Yes, he can spin it. That kid is a good kid, very, very, very smart. And then you've got Kaufman and Caddo Mills. I think this district is going to come down to who wins Paris versus Sulphur Springs. And I really think those 2 teams come into that game undefeated. And I think the team that loses, that's the only loss on their record. I think the team that wins will go on and stay undefeated. I think the team that loses, that'll be their only loss. And I think they will meet up again in the playoffs. Round 3 or round 4. But I do kind of have to agree with Dave Campbell's. I think Sulphur Springs 1, Paris 2, Kaufman 3. I think Caddo gets in by default just because Ferris, Maybank, and Waxahachie Life are so far away in talent and skill and just culture and, what it takes to get to that next level. I just don't think those bottom 3 teams have it. So I think Caddo Mills is kind of in by default. So those are my top 4. What do you guys think about that?
Sulphur Springs has been really good in the trenches the last couple of years.
Yes,
I think that could be and they're still that way.
Yep.
You mentioned Deuce Timmons, phenomenal quarterback. A guy
Dude's an athlete, man.
He's a dude, and he can do it. In a myriad of ways. So this is like we talked about last night. Anything you come out of East Texas, you can throw a quarter and find some time. Flip a coin. And Sulphur Springs has been hitting on it, the last couple of years. They've been having some big fellas in the trenches. I've heard about Caddo Mills, hadn't seen them in Paris. I heard about those guys a little bit, but Sulphur Springs, I think, is just up here as to everybody else. But I'm gonna give you a little nugget now. Waxahachie Life. Don't be surprised if they win a couple of games.
They will win a couple.
They've always had very good skill players. A track team that's advanced to regionals and skill guys. The trenches is where they've been lacking. But they could be a thorn in somebody's side late in the season.
Yeah.
Hey, you heard it here first.
Right.
Just saying.
All right.
Just saying.
I like it. All right, let's move out to West Texas. We've got up first District 4, 4A, Division 1, West Texas Panhandle. This is going to be Alvarado, Carrollton Ranch View, Decatur, Aubrey, Godley, Lake Dallas, River Oaks, Castleberry, and Springtown. Now, this district is another one of those that could be DFW, but could also be West Texas because
Did you say Lake Dallas?
I did. You got Lake Dallas, that's a DFW team. You got Aubrey, that's a DFW team. You got Carrollton Ranch View, that's a DFW team.
Yeah, this is a
So-
DFW district in Region 1.
That has a few West Texas teams in it. So
Yeah.
this district, you've got Springtown, highly ranked preseason coming in. You got Alvarado, highly ranked coming in. You've got one of the top returning passers in all of DFW Class 4A coming in with Rochelle Alada at Carrollton Ranch View. And then you've got Aubrey. Listen, Aubrey's kind of had a down year last couple of years, but you talk about figuring out in the trenches. Aubrey's offensive line may be the biggest, strongest offensive line in all of 4A in the state. They've got a couple of D1 kids. Braden Wood is their center. If you don't know that name, you need to know that name. He's committed to Sam Houston State. Recently
Shout
just
out
picked
to
up an
Bray.
offer.
Was that Braswell, my guy.
Was it Braswell? That's how we know. That's how we know him.
Absolutely.
Great family, great kid, but their offensive line is massive. He may be one of the smaller offensive linemen.
Really?
And he's their center. He's 6'3", about 290, runs a legit 4'8", 4'9", 40, which is an offensive lineman that's moving. Squats over 600 pounds. I mean, this dude he's unreal, and he may be the smallest offensive lineman they have.
Wow. Okay.
So for me, I've got Springtown 1, I've got Alvarado 2, I've got Decatur 3, and Aubrey 4. And really, if Aubrey can figure out the quarterback and one or two pieces of their skill on the offensive side of the ball, I think they've got the defense to stop kids. But if they can figure out the quarterback and one other piece of that skill, I think Aubrey could actually be 3. So Aubrey, Decatur, they could flip-flop between 3 and 4. Dave Campbell's has Springtown, Decatur, Alvarado, and Aubrey. But I'm going to go Springtown, Alvarado, Decatur, Aubrey.
So
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go on the record, and I'm gonna say, out of Lake Dallas, there's a kid over there that you two don't know about. Mr. Henry knows about down there. I will go on the record as a freshman.
Okay.
More than likely is going to be starting varsity, and you will probably see him on both sides of the ball. And he's kind of a household name, but after this season, you will know who he is. And I'm not going to say his name right now, but I'm just saying it first.
Come
at
on,
Lake
man.
Dallas.
Put it on the record. He may be.
Put it on.
So he's an incoming freshman.
2030.
Okay. He's an incoming freshman. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
If this is who I think you're talking about, I saw him.
Electrifying.
I saw him this Sunday.
I saw him yesterday. Yes, I saw him yesterday.
Shout out to Margin Hooks.
Yes.
One of the best receiver trainers in the country. And I talked to him, and I wholeheartedly agree. This is a kid you're going to know about probably by midseason in this particular district.
Yes.
But to flip the script, Springtown has the defensive player of the year probably in Rome Ewell, who's committed to Arizona. Linebacker, 6'3", 225.
Yep.
This guy brings the wood.
He's a grown
Springtown was up there. They made a deep run last year. But KJ Jenkins from Alvarado, 6'4", 225. Alvarado was undefeated the last 2 years, but who put him out?
Springtown.
Salina,
yeah.
Salina put them out the last 2 years. But KJ Jenkins, 6'4", 225, 2027 quarterback, probably not getting a lot of love that he should be getting. But we're talking about a guy that can spin it. I've seen him in the offseason a couple of times. And this is a guy this is the reason that Alvarado is going to make a playoff run. I don't think they'll get by undefeated like they have the last 2 years. But KJ Jenkins can definitely spin it. As a guy that should be on college radars for sure.
So do you think Alvarado is going to beat Springtown for district?
I do not.
No.
I do not. They got a coaching change as well. Their coach left and took another job.
Yep.
I think Springtown is the best team in its district. I think If I'm looking at the records, how I think it'll come out, it'll be Springtown, Alvarado, Aubrey, and then Decatur. Decatur has been like on the cusp for the last couple of years. They just hadn't been able to punch the ticket. They lost a lot the last couple of years. But I think Springtown's a team that can come out in this region and make it to state. Now, when it comes to making the state, they've run into, some tough competition coming out of Region 2 the last couple of years. But, I mean, I think if you look at this whole district, if we're looking at, you got the El Paso schools, Canyon Randall coming out of the West Texas area is a team that definitely can play. And then you got Andrews as well as Plainview. So, but I think Springtown, if you're looking at coming into this in the 2026 season, they're probably the favorite to come out of Region 1. They're a loaded squad. The quarterback's coming back. They got a couple running backs, but Rome Eagles probably the creme de la creme in that district, probably preseason defensive player of the year.
Nice. All right, moving on. District 2, 4A Division 1. This district's got Pampa, Canyon, Randall, Hereford, Canyon, Dumas, and Canyon West Plains. We can stop this discussion because it's Canyon West Plains. I mean,
all day.
All day, every day.
We talk about trenches. They've had it.
Got it. And they still got it.
They still got it. Can you imagine that game with Springtown?
No. Yeah. Canyon West Plains and Springtown will be meeting up again.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, let's go to you, Mark. Let's talk about a Houston district for you.
All right. District 11 down in Houston area, Bay City, El Campo, Navasota, Needville, Royal, Sealy, and West Columbia. Of course, Sealy is the home of who? Eric Dickerson. I think Bay City's the Black Cats. I mean, they've been a team that's been very good the last couple of years. They made a deep playoff run last year in that district. I see them coming out. El Campo's going to be very good. Don't sleep on Navasota though. They got some guys in Navasota that we need to talk about for sure. But in this particular region, Stephenville is in Region 3 now.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one when we get to our state predictions. I'm saving that one.
Which I know the coaches, hey, they got to have the people's eyebrow on this one when this came out.
Yeah.
Why are they in Region 3?
Yeah, they should be at least in.
I think coming out of that region, that's the big thing. But they'll have some guys to deal with. I think Lumberton, Bridge City, in District 9 is a couple of teams that can make a deep run. But Stafford's been a team in the Houston area that's been very, very good the last couple of years. Definitely this region, I mean, looking on paper, you got to look at Stephenville and China Springs in that district as well. And, the thing I love about China Springs.
You brought up China Springs. Do you think they're back? You think they're back?
I think China Springs has a chance.
Because they've had a couple of down years.
They've had a couple down years, but I think they've had some coaching turnover, if I'm not mistaken, in the last couple of years. But I think, with Stephenville in there, that'll be probably for the district title in that district. Burnett's a pretty good squad that's been good the last couple of years. But I think that, when you look at Region 3, everybody's looking at Stephenville, you know what I mean? And wondering why they're over in that particular region. But, I would love to be a fly on the wall in some of the UIL meetings and how they kind of pick out some of these districts as far as travel goes, you know what I mean? Like some of these, schools are not even close in proximity. Somebody's going to be drinking some coffee driving back late.
We'll talk about that one here in a second. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, moving up, we've got 5A Division 2. We're going to go over to RL, South Texas. We've got District 13, 5A Division 2. RL, take it away.
All right, 13, 5A Division 2, basically San Antonio area, some surrounding Austin as well. Alamo Heights, Bernie, newcomer, Legacy Ranch, Liberty Hill, New Braunfels, Unicorns, and Vet Memorial Patriots here in San Antonio.
Can we just get New Braunfels to the state game just because of their mascot?
The Unicorns?
Unicorns?
If it was just that
easy.
They always have
right?
Yeah, they look like they've
always got pieces of.
They do.
Yeah. They've got pieces there at New Braunfels. They got a really good DB over there, Kingston Brown. Good DB over there. They also got a linebacker over there. I want y'all to remember this. His name is Rocco DeSanto. Rocco DeSanto. He's a linebacker over there. 120 tackles. That's all I got to say. 120 tackles. The only thing that's knocking on Rocco is his size, but you got to look at that kid's heart and the way he gets to the ball. Somebody's going to get a gem when they get Rocco. If I'm looking at this district, it starts off that I think that I never can knock out Liberty Hill because of the pedigree of what they have.
Let me set this up because I'm looking at the state rankings. All 4 of these teams are in the state top 25, if I'm not mistaken. New Braunfels is number 9. Alamo Heights is 6. Bernie is 4. And New Braunfels is 9. Am I missing one?
Liberty Hill.
Liberty Hill. They're 8. So you've got Bernie at 4, Liberty Hill at 8, Alamo Heights at 6, New Braunfels at 9. All top 10.
All
So
top 10 in there is all worthy of it. Out of this
talk about District
though,
of Doom. Talk about a
Yeah.
District of Doom. Could this be the
Yes.
District of Doom?
Everybody else is fighting to catch them. Long Creek, newer school, just stepping up to varsity just a couple of years ago with Coach Harvey over there. They're up and coming. Not there yet, but they're up and coming.
Getting there.
I think with the predictions, I would switch a few of these. Those are the top 4 in the district. And this is me.
How would you order it?
Bernie on top. They got too many pieces, and they've got Grant.
Yeah.
They got Grant. Grant.
I was waiting for you to say it.
Yeah, they got
Sweeney.
Grant. He's too good. So they've got the pieces around him to where they're going to be there. Alamo Heights. I think Alamo Heights lost some important pieces that they're going to have to refill.
DK
So
Goss?
I would put, that's a lot. That's a lot to replace. And I think Liberty Hill nudges them on that. I think Alamo Heights is going to be fighting with New Braunfels for the 3 spot. I think Alamo Heights will be fighting. They got a new coach over there at Alamo Heights. So I think they're going to be fighting with Alamo Heights, flip-flopping 3. If I had to call it, it'll be Bernie, Liberty Hill, New Braunfels, and Alamo Heights. That would be mine. Plus, this year I get to go, hopefully, I get to go and see an Alamo Heights game. That was
So
one
you
of them.
said
Like we were talking
Bernie.
before camera, this is a hard game to get in to go. Man, it was like pulling teeth trying to get to go see Alamo Heights.
All right. That's a good prediction. Let's move over to District 8, 5A, Division 2. District 8, 5A, Division 2. What you got?
Okay. We're looking at 8-5A. I have Brenham going. I have Brennan, I have Belton, I have Colleen Ellison, and then Waco University. If I'm
So you
looking
think
at
Waco
it,
University can overcome their quarterback moving to Georgia?
I do because of I think it's going to be.
He was a good one.
Yeah, he was.
Savoy.
He was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty good. Devontre Kirkland.
Yeah.
I'm
You think
high
he's
on
the
that kid.
difference maker for Waco
I'm high on that.
University?
I don't think he's the difference. I think the pieces that they all have together, they've got the defense that can hold them in the games. They got to figure out the offense. So I think that's going to hold them there, and I would hold him there above Rudder and Waco. But then the others, like I said, Brennan, Belton at number 2, and Colleen Ellison, I'd have them at 3. Colleen Ellison always has some good athletes. They got some good athletes that are there. I saw them a couple of years ago. They came down here and played at not Rutledge. They played at Clemens, and I got to see them play. And the pieces that they have that they're piecing in there, I think they're gonna make some noise. So I think that they would be number 3. I think Belton would be number 2, but they can fight with Belton as well because of the talent that they have. So yeah, Brennan, Belton, Colleen Ellison, Waco University.
Moving on, we've got our East Texas, got District 6, 5A, Division 2. When you come up to the north side of the state, this is where you kind of start getting your metro teams kind of spreading into some of the outer skirts. This is one of those that could be DFW, could be East Texas, but most of it all is in East Texas. But this has got Hallsville, White House, Greenville, Nacogdoches, Marshall, Texas High out in Texarkana, Mount Pleasant, Marshall, and Terrell. So I've got some ties to this district. Greenville's my alma mater. Shake my head every time I say that because they have not been good the last several years. Coach Sedbury, he is now down in Terrell where his son is the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And they run the same type of offense we ran in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool to kind of watch what I did in high school still being a powerhouse. Because Terrell, I mean, they got speed for days. They got athletes all over the field.
Absolutely.
And they got the kids to run that system. And I think Terrell can make a deep run if they can stop some people. Last year they struggled deep into the playoffs. They struggled on the defensive side of the ball. If they can figure that piece out, I think Terrell can make a deep run. But I definitely have my top 4 is the same as Dave Campbell's. We're talking about being a fly on the wall in UIL meetings when they kind of map these things out. This is one of those districts. I mean, being from Greenville, okay, I'm a Greenville guy. Your closest game is either going to be White House, Hallsville, because that's kind of down in the Tyler area, or Mount Pleasant. And let me rephrase that. Terrell is, 20, 30 miles down. So Terrell excluded. outside of Terrell, your closest game is either Mount Pleasant or down in the Tyler area. They've got to travel an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending on the bus, to Nacogdoches. Then they've got to go 2.5 hours to Texarkana, an hour and 15 minutes to Mount Pleasant, an hour and 15 minutes to Marshall. Like, these guys got to leave at noon on a Friday just to get down there to start their pregame routines on time. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. Yep.
that's just crazy talk to me. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's my East Texas district. I had a team on here, Mark, but after looking at it, it's more of a Houston Southeast Texas team.
Okay.
It's the district with P&G in it. Do you want to talk about that now, or do you want to come back and use
Yeah,
that as
I
your
mean,
Houston district?
Well, PNG is going to be there. I mean, they've been consistent and a consistent winner. You got Nederland in that district, which is a rival. I've heard about this game
Yeah.
and how packed it is. And it's like one of those games where you want to pull up on Friday Night Lights because they're such big rivals. Those are the two creme de la creme in that district. You got Dayton and Baytown League who will probably be fighting it out. But Texas City, don't forget about Texas City. We're talking about a team that can finish either third or fourth. But it's going to be, for the district championship, it's going to be Nederland and P&G for sure. And
So
Region 3.
how would you rank those top 4 teams?
I'll go P&G, Nederland, Texas City. And then, they can battle it out between Dayton, Baytown League for the final spot. But the P&G Nederland game will be for the district title for sure.
Yeah. So
I'm
Dave
really
Campbell's
high
has
on those two
P&G at
receivers
1.
from PNG.
And the running back's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Right.
I'm really high on those two receivers there, and then of course you can't. Yeah, Henry's back. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But
that's
in
gonna be-
District
that's gonna be
11,
nice.
Fort Bend Crawford has Alvin Mosley, the Ole Miss commit. Crawford's a team that can come in there and make it a little muddy. In District 9, you got Montgomery and Montgomery Lake Creek. Huntsville has got a quarterback that's coming back. That was a young guy that I saw play a couple years ago. He was a freshman against Sock down in Waco. He's growing up. So it's some competition. It's not going to be easy for P&G to come out of this region. I think Crawford, you got Fort Bend Marshall. I mean, that name rings bells for you guys, I'm sure.
Yep.
So Fort Bend Marshall and
deep in there.
Crawford, that's going to be a game in District 11 that, you might want to keep your lazy eye on as far as top talent on the field. But, P&G's not going to have a cakewalk out of Region 3. But, those are some of the guys that I think you challenge in Region 3.
So you've got P&G
Crawford,
1,
P&G
you said
1.
Nederland 2,
Yep.
and then you said
Texas City.
Baytown, Texas. You said Texas City 2,
Texas City
right?
3.
Texas City's 3. Okay.
And then Dayton 4.
And then Dayton 4.
Did you just say keep your lazy eye on?
And that's what he said. Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said. Keep that lazy
That's
eye on that.
That's a Markism.
Keep your lazy.
I mean, don't turn your back. Just watch it
Yeah,
from a
just
distance.
just watch a little bit.
Yeah.
Keeping up. Okay, I like that one. I like that one.
All right. Moving out west, we've got District 2, 5A Division 2. Mr. Hammer, we're coming up to your neck of the woods. This is where your Wichita Falls teams are. So we got Wichita Falls Memorial, Legacy. We've got Lubbock Coronado. We got Lubbock Cooper. Then we've got the 2 Abilene schools in Wiley and Cooper. And then we have Amarillo Paladuro. So before I tell you what I think, Mr. Hammer, what are your thoughts on the Wichita Falls teams? Yeah. Do you think this is, because right now Dave Campbell's, they kind of have the Wichita Falls teams on the outside looking in. Do you think this is a year that Memorial or Legacy can make that jump into the top 4 out of that district? All right. Cool. Well, I don't know enough about the Wichita Falls teams to say yes or no, but I do know Lubbock Cooper, Abilene Cooper, and Abilene Wiley pretty well. I've got some coaching buddies out at Lubbock Cooper. So I've got to put Lubbock Cooper up in 3. I will stick with Paladuro up in 1. I'll stick with Abilene Wiley 2, but I'm going to flip-flop the 2 Coopers. I've got Lubbock Cooper at 3 and Abilene Cooper at 4. So that's my prediction on that one. All right, let's move up, man. We got 5A Division 1. We're going out to the south part of Texas. RL, kicking it back to you, man. District 13, 5A Division 1.
All right, be quick here, fellas. We can get it through. I got Anderson, Cedar Creek, Champion. That's Bernie Champion. You've got Kyle Lehman. You've got Lockhart, Manor, McCallum, Smithson Valley, Seguin.
That's a tough district, man.
Yeah, it's a tough district, but it's still top heavy. To me, it's top.
Yeah,
it's
it is
top
heavy. The top heavy teams are going to be beating up on each other. Got a couple good quarterbacks in there. Got some speed in that district.
The thing to watch is going to be the game, and I'm going to this game, Smithson Valley versus Bernie Champion.
Yep.
Smithson Valley being winning state. They're coming off that state year. The pieces that they've lost, but they have the pieces that are returning. They have their running back. They have their receiver. They have Ty Knudsen, Texas commit. They've got the pieces over there to make that run again. And I will never count out Coach Hill. Yep. Never. Coach Hill is one of the best adjustment coaches I have seen in high school football. Coach comes in, he has a game plan for the first half. He will go in that locker room and they will come out and then it's a totally different team, totally different scheme, and they work it to perfection. Coach Hill, I never count that out. Bernie Champion has the pieces. One thing over there is I think now it's been set, but they had a quarterback controversy, quarterback competition. Yep. They've got an up-and-coming 2029 quarterback over there. That is Ryder Flugritz. Ryder Flugritz, 6'6" quarterback that can sling the ball. He's up and coming. But their quarterback from last year ended up coming back. Julian Navarrete, he is back. So that offense over there is back at full force. So I think they're going to battle it out. If I had to give the nudge, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Smithson Valley because of the pedigree and because of the coach.
Yeah. I think Smithson Valley's just got too much talent.
Yeah, they've got it all over the place. The only thing is, and they're always going to be disciplined. They're always going to be hard-nosed. They're going to make the chance. So I think Smithson Valley, Bernie Champion, Austin Anderson, and they have Seguin there.
Yeah.
I don't know who I would put at number 4. Seguin still needs a head coach. Seguin needs a quarterback.
Yep, he graduated, didn't he?
Yeah, Daly's gone.
Pittsburgh commit.
Yeah, so he's gone. And they have a speedster over there at receiver, and you got to have a quarterback that can put it out there and let him run.
Mm-hmm.
Avila?
Yeah.
That's him. Aiden is a speedster, and you got to get somebody over there to make it run, and you've got to have a defense that's gonna be able to withstand this district. And that's always been an Achilles heel for Seguin is the defense. They had the offense because Daly was there, but now they've got the offense, and you got to get that defense. I don't think it's much. So Smithson Valley, Bernie Champion, Anderson. I think they're going to be right there, and I think they're going to fight. I think they might be fighting with Bernie Champion.
So you've got Anderson and Bernie Champion, maybe flip flopping.
Maybe flip flopping. Right. The talent that they've got at Anderson, you can't knock that either, man. They got a quarterback over there that can ball through over 2,000 yards as well.
That's good. All right, let's move on to the next one. We've got District 12, 5A Division 1. District 12. This has got your boy that we covered on a player highlight episode a couple weeks back from Pflugerville Weiss.
Trey, this district here, again, top heavy, Weiss and A&M Consolidated. I'm still going with Weiss. It's just too much over there. It is too much over there. Coach Hill has them boys playing ball, has them boys believing. Trey Hill is a monster. Jordan Anderson is a beast. Let me show you this. And quarterback, where is quarterback Schnott? Where's he at? Yes, Jackson Schnott, 3,627 yards, 51 TDs, 361 yards rushing, with 10 TDs rushing. Yeah, it's just too much over there. So I would definitely say Pflugerville, A&M, College Station always will be there. Georgetown as well. But I want y'all to watch out for Shoemaker.
Okay.
Watch out for Austin Shoemaker.
Yep.
They have the boys over there that if they pull it all together and man, they are returning 6 on that offense and 5 on defense. And they've got talented athletes over there. So matter of fact, I'd go ahead and say it. I'll say Pflugerville Weiss, A&M Consolidated, College Station, and I'll put it Shoemaker as number 4. Mark it down. Mark it down. I said it.
Just marked it. Pen and tote.
There you go. That's it.
All right, let's go to District 7, 5A, Division 1. This one is the Dallas schools. So you got North Mesquite, Dallas White, Dallas Adams, Dallas Sunset, Mesquite, Crandall, Tyler, and West Mesquite. This is
shout out to Coach Williams at West Mesquite. I'm not up there in that area, but Coach Williams just left from here and moved up to. He left from Sam Houston to West Mesquite. And he picked up a stable of athletes that he's got up there. He just sent me his, matter of fact, I'm going to get with you, Adam, on that. He just sent me his prospect list. And he's loaded. He's loaded.
That's awesome. All right. Well, we're going to cover this district as our East Texas district because it's really not a 5A Division 1 East Texas team out there. but you've got Crandall that's kind of southeast of DFW. You got Tyler that's obviously out east. I agree with Dave Campbell's, and it's 100% because of what you just said, Ariel. West Mesquite has historically had talent, and their talent pool is back. West Mesquite is deep everywhere, especially at the skill positions, wide receiver, DB, safety. Their linebackers. I've got West Mesquite running away with that district. Tyler would be second. I would have Crandall 3 and Mesquite 4. So I fall in line with Dave Campbell's there.
And Coach Williams is an offensive guru.
Yep. And he's going to be able to use that talent.
Exactly.
So we're going to talk about DFW before we move out west. I kind of want to talk about two. The first one is Highland Park in District 6 5A Division 1. You've got Highland Park, Naaman Forest, Carrollton Creekview, Fort Worth Richland, North Richland Hills Birdville, Carrollton Smith, Carrollton Turner. This is the first year that Garland ISD has really allowed their teams to fall in line with their enrollment numbers. Historically, Naaman Forest has opted up to play with the Garland schools in their Garland district. I know the coaching staff over there. Levi's played 7-on-7 with them a long time ago at Bullitt. I think Garland's got the pieces to make the playoffs. The one caveat that I might have is, can Birdville stay healthy? Last year, Birdville had a couple injuries. They've got a good quarterback there. They've got a good receiver and a good running back from an offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, I don't think there's any like standout names, but they're solid across the board. So I think if Birdville can stay healthy, Birdville would be 4 and Naaman Forest would be out. But Highland Park, man, they're going to cakewalk that district. I don't see anybody coming close to compete.
I see a flinch over there. I saw a face.
Yeah.
I saw a face. What you got?
I mean, here's the deal. Like, I love Buck. He is an incredible kid.
Absolutely.
I am rooting for him to break the state passing record this year. He's got a legitimate chance to do that. Man, they're just good, man. They're disciplined. And what do you got, Mark? And then we'll move on to other DFW.
Richland, Jason Gibson, 2027 running back, committed to UCLA. Cates at quarterbacks coming back. Highland Park travels to Richland for this game. On the road, they have to go to Richland.
All right.
That's going to be for the district.
Richland can beat them?
Well, I think they have a shot. I think they have to be able to stop their offense. But Richland's going to pound that ball. They're going to give Jason Gibson the peel. He's one of the best backs in the 2027 class that maybe not people across the state talk about. But when you talk about a guy that can catch it, run it, I mean, he's the total package.
Yeah.
Casey's coming back as another year under center. They got some pieces on the defense. If anybody's going to give Highland Park a run, it's going to be Richland. If the game was at Highland Park, I think it would be different. But we're going to see by the time these teams get there, that's going to be for the district title.
Yeah.
I agree. If Zach Wells and Birdville stay healthy, they have a shot. But you got
Zach got hurt last year mid-season.
I know. Shout out to Zach Wells. That's my guy. I've been knowing him for a little while. But Naaman Forest has a guy named Braylon Deal. That's the real deal.
Yeah. That's who we played 7-on-7 with, was Braylon.
Phenomenal.
He's a legit receiver.
Athlete. I think he's committed to TCU, if I'm not mistaken.
He is. Yep, yeah. He is. Yes, I do. I got Highland Park going undefeated. We'll get to it in a second. He likes stirring the pot. All right. Let's talk about my other district real quick. This is District 5, 5A Division 1. Lone Star, they're Lone Star. I mean, they're going to win that district, and they're going to go undefeated in that district. What I wanted to talk about is Melissa, Frisco, Reedy, McKinney North. Unfortunately, the bottom half of that district is all the Frisco schools. I haven't seen a competitive game out of a Frisco school in quite a while, unfortunately, especially Heritage, Centennial, Lebanon Trail, and Liberty. They've got talent. They've got goods. They did.
Yeah.
They were. I didn't say there was going to be a cakewalk. I said they were going to win the district and go undefeated in district. No, they're not. None of these teams really are, except for Melissa.
Yeah, okay.
Let me hold on.
Yeah.
Coach Nally is one of the best coaches in the state. I love Coach Nally. But historically, over the last 6-7 years, even when they were in 4A Division 2 and in the lower levels, they've been massive in the trenches.
Always.
They're not this year. They've got a couple of pieces. They've got a good defensive end. They've got a good nose tackle, and they've got a couple pieces on the offensive line. But Melissa's much smaller than they have been in the past. You've got, obviously, the running back, Bear Tabor. Enough said about Bear. He's got a pick of any Division I Power 4 offer he wants. For me, the unknown in Melissa is the receiving core quarterback situation, which, if I'm not going to go there, the defensive side of the ball, they've got a lot of seniors on that side, but they haven't had a lot of starting playing time on that side of the ball because that's where Melissa's been deep the last several years.
Right.
So a lot of these kids that are coming in, we know them really, really well. They're great kids.
Yeah.
They're just inexperienced.
Yeah.
So if they can get the experience and get battle tested, which is why I think Coach Nally put the preseason or pre-district teams on the schedule that he did, so they can be battle tested. When you play teams like Geyer, that's going to battle test you right off the bat.
Absolutely.
But Frisco Reedy, going back to what you said a minute ago, their quarterback, Lincoln Harn, if y'all don't know that name, he committed to Weber State, and then Abilene Christian came in late and offered him. He ended up flipping his commitment to Abilene Christian. Lincoln's good, man. Him and Levi are really good buddies. They train together. I've seen Lincoln since he was in the 6th grade training. No, I know you were. I think Reedy will give them a game, but yeah. No, they are. Their schools are like 2 miles apart. I mean, they're right next to each other.
Right.
I actually have Frisco Reedy finishing 2nd in this district.
Really?
And I've got I've got
Okay.
Melissa finishing 3rd, and I've got McKinney North in 4th.
Okay.
And it literally boils down to the inexperience that Melissa has. I'm not going to go there, but if Melissa can figure out the experience and the pieces, you got Coach Span is a hell of a defensive coordinator. He's heading up the defense there at Melissa, so I have faith that he'll figure it out. I'm just concerned about the trenches with Melissa.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
All right, moving out west, District 2, 5A, Division 1. District 2, 5A, Division 1. Just going to cover this one real quick because it's pretty straightforward. Abilene, Amarillo, Lubbock, Monterey, Amarillo, Tascosa. And then you got Walforth, Friendship, Amarillo, Caprock, Friendship, Memorial, and Lubbock. I don't disagree with Dave Campbell's. 1 through 4, Abilene, Amarillo, Lubbock, Monterey, Amarillo, Tascosa. I think it's pretty standard. All right, let's go to Mark. Let's go to your Houston district for 5A Division 1.
I mean, you got to start with Richmond Randall in 11. They got the best running back in the country, arguably, in Landon Williams-Callis. You got Iowa Colony, Angleton, who was a playoff team last year.
Yeah.
That's going to be a really, really tough district. That's region,
Houston's district of doom.
In 5A D1, absolutely. I agree. And then also you have LaPorte with Sean Simon and my guy Peyton Smith over there in District 9. Those are 2 guys that you need to know about in the 2028 class. I think Galveston Bog is in District 9 is also a team that I think I would watch closely this year. But in District 11, until you dethrone, you got to look at Coach Randall and his squad coming back. We actually get a commitment from Landon this weekend coming up. On Saturday, so we'll know where he's going.
Landon, if you're watching this episode, you know where to go. Just saying. That's a gig 'em thumb right there.
Always.
Got the curve.
All
right.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think you definitely got to see those guys though. For sure.
All right, let's move on to the big boys, 6A. We'll go down south, District 29, 6A. It's all the North Side squad.
Yeah, that is. 29 6A, fellas. This is going to be it's going to be a fun year in this district. This district includes, this is San Antonio teams. We've got Brennan, Harlan, Holmes, Marshall, O'Connor, Sotomayor, Stevens, Warren, and Taft. It's going to be a fun year in this district because they are not, I don't think that they're going to be as dominant as they usually are. Brennan is still the cream of the crop. I had to get back. Harlan lost some pieces that they've got to replace. Both teams made it to the playoff last year, so it's going to be a battle with them at 1 and 2. Who comes in number 3? Number 3, we have Sotomayor, which made some noise last year. Sotomayor has some players that are coming in, but because of unseen circumstances, and God bless this young man, there's some things that are going on where they're losing their best player. They might be. I think they will be. I think might be. But I had them at number 3 before. So if I got to go now, I'm still going to go. I will not go against Brennan. Brennan has one of the most electric up-and-coming athletes in this area, Mr. Jay Sean Mitchell.
Yep.
We talked about him earlier on one of the evaluations, and he's blowing up. great athlete. They've also got a DB over there, a DB receiver that committed to North Carolina, Mr. Aiden Martin. I was high on him as a freshman. He was a 6'4", or at that time he was 6'3", playing corner. He's been playing safety now. And if I'm not mistaken, this year, from what I'm hearing, is that he might be moving down there playing the edge. He's got the frame where he can be rotating back and forth. So we got Brennan. Then I would say Harlan. They got a new coach over there. So it's some of the stuff that's got to come together, bring all of that back together. If we go number 3 on that, I think I still put Soto at number 3 because of what they have and what they're bringing back. Now, the number 4, they have Warren. I got to switch that. And I said this with my partner before. Shout out Beat 'em on with Along the Wire. I did a live with him the other day, and I think everybody's sleeping on Stevens. I think Stevens might sneak in there this year. So that district, I've got Brennan, I've got Harlan, Sotomayor, and I've got Stevens. I think Stevens is going to make that jump. But one caveat on this that I've got to throw out, especially with Marc being on this podcast, and Adam, I want y'all to hear this. 6'2", 190 pounds, athlete at Holmes High School, Jaden Hopkins. Marc.
he had to take the shades off.
Jaden Hopkins, 6'2" athlete over at Holmes High School. The only thing why he is not out, he does not have the cast around him to be on a better. If he was on a better team, if he had some help around him, he would be blowing up. I am dead serious about this kid right here. I am high on him. As I told Brandon when we did our live, the inflection in my voice changes when I talk about this young man. And I had to put him on this so that we can talk about this kid. Coaches, anybody that sees this one, y'all need to pay attention to Holmes High School. I'm making sure that I go see him in one of the games where they're playing a better team, because this is a kid that you, like we talked about before, Adam, when you have a kid that is on one level and everybody else is below him at a level, that's where this young man is. Jaden Hopkins at Holmes High School. Y'all pay attention to that name.
All right. Moving on, we got District 25, 6A coming out of the Austin area. There's some dudes in this district. One of my favorite guys, I don't know him personally, but I love following him on his socials, is Greg Gold. He runs AU Customs. He does all the helmet decals across the state. His son, Tatum Gold.
Tatum, that's my guy. Absolutely.
I've been following that kid for years.
Yeah.
He is a stud, man.
This is
and his
going to be
recruitment
his
is
year.
about to blow up.
Yeah. But by mid-season, the rest of the state's going to be on notice. But
the rest of the country is going to be on notice.
Yeah. I mean, Tatum's got that it factor at the receiver position, a savvy route runner, strong hands.
Great hands.
I mean, he's the total package. And I'm so glad to see. He had a great offseason, by the way, as well.
He did.
He didn't get on the field as a freshman, but he will be the guy for the next 3 years of it.
Yes, he will. All right, Ariel, sorry to steal your thunder.
No doubt. Hey, we got
how do you see this district shaking out compared to what
6A?
Yeah, compared to what Dave Campbell said.
I mean,
I thought it was interesting. Campbell's has it Lake Travis 1, Westlake 2, Round Rock 3, and Cedar Ridge 4. I don't disagree with Round Rock and Cedar Ridge coming in 3 and 4.
I don't, and that's what I'm looking at as well. Adam, you read my mind. That's what I'm looking at as well. Those two, I would solidify them. Those top two, Travis and Westlake. Westlake, you know what Westlake brings to the table every year. But you got to look at, from us that watch football, Lake Travis had a couple off years, but I think they made that stride last season to where they're back, and I think they're going to claim the district title this year over Westlake. The reason being, I would say, and I have to shout out, there is a running back at Westlake. Okay? There's a running back at Westlake.
Mark's
coming.
I already know.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you say it.
You are validating what I'm saying.
Yes,
he
absolutely.
is coming.
2030.
He is coming. Also, the DB over there, I'm really high on Wiley Nichols. Wiley Nichols, to me, at the next level, he'd be a safety. Depending on, I know I have to see, me personally, I do the eye test. I'd have to see him so I can see his build, to see how much he would, what his frame look like as far as putting on. But he has the height. He's 6'3", and he's playing DB. He's playing out there on the island at 6'3". But he is physical. That's why I say at the next level, he might be at a safety, or if he can put on 30, 40 pounds, he may be down there on the edge as well. But he is very physical. When he comes down to hit, he is bringing bad intentions. So I would say I would say I'd leave it just like it is. I'd go Lake Travis, Westlake, Round Rock, and Cedar Ridge. But Westlake has a running back that is coming. He is, and just like y'all didn't give a name before, that's what I'm gonna say right now.
All right, all right.
Initials? Do you want to give the
Mark.
initials?
I'm gonna give his name.
Give his name
it.
then, Mark.
On y'all
Go
show.
for it.
Okay,
Go for
give
it.
his name then, Mark.
It's
Cooper Jones. See, I didn't want to get this way, Mark. I didn't want to get this way. I got chills.
I
got chills,
I'm
brother.
already throwing it up. All right, I'm sorry. I was waiting for you to say it.
Cooper Jones. Y'all are going to hear this name very loud. Very loud, very early. Cooper Jones.
Cooper Jones.
That's all. I'll leave it at that.
2030.
I'm gonna find this part of the clip, and we're gonna make this one of our teasers. It's a freshman.
He has not played it down yet, but he is coming.
But when they turn him loose at Austin Westlake, now what I want y'all to think about too, and I know we jump off of this next, but 2030, think about where a 2030 running back with Cooper's talent is playing. He's going to have a line.
Yeah.
He's going to have a line.
Yeah.
Remember the name, Cooper Jones.
All right, Mark, let's go over to Houston, Mark. Cover your 6A Houston teams.
Well, I mean, it starts and ends with North Shore.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
The only question mark with North Shore is who's going to win the quarterback battle. Defensively, they're coming back. And I mean, the coaching staff is intact. You know, when you talk about North Shore, you talk about pedigree, you talk about guys that
culture,
know how to play the culture. I think it's everybody else is trying to catch them. But in that district,
let me ask you this: so
sure.
you're going there. You got Summer Creek, which Noah Spinks is at.
Shout out to my guy Noah Spinks.
Noah Spinks is my dude.
North Carolina.
Yep. You've got Atascocita, which is historically a powerhouse program. Then let's not forget C.E. King,
who has the fastest kid in the country,
in the country,
Mitchell. In the country.
Correct. So this one district has two teams that won state last year. King, North Shore.
Well, King went. They lost to
DeSoto. They lost. That's right. They lost to DeSoto.
Yeah.
But they were there. So you got King, North Shore, Atascocita, and Summer Creek. That's obviously the top four.
Yes.
Right?
No, hands down. And the thing about
how do you rank those four?
The thing about it, Mac, is they're all in the same area on the east side.
They're like 8 miles apart from each other. They're like all right there.
You could fly a drone and drop in.
Yeah. Like I'm old and my throwing arm's decrepit, but I could probably throw a football and hit every one of those schools.
Every one of them, right there on the east side. I mean, you got to look at North Shore as the creme de la creme with C.E. King nipping at the heel.
Do you think King can take them this year?
I think they can, but it's just going to be everything. Just to me for North Shore is going to depend on how that quarterback battle shakes out.
Yeah.
They've got everything else they got coming back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tony Guillory at DB, Aubrey Johnson, Deshaun Royal. I mean, you can go down this list of guys that you want to see that recruited, but they have a guy that's coming, a 6'5" edge rusher in Azarian Fields. You're going to see about this guy. By the time the season's midway, you're going to know about this guy. You're going to see clips of it. He's coming, 6'5", Azarian Fields on that D line. And they come and play soccer September 12th at the Cotton Bowl. So we'll get binoculars on them early. You know what I'm saying? So binoculars. Yeah. 3 ways. You know what I'm saying?
My sleeper team in that district is Summer Creek, because not only is Noah a great athlete, a great runner, he's a surgeon. Like my nickname for Noah for the last 6-7 years is the surgeon. That kid can surgically pick you apart, and he has the weapons on the outside to do it with.
So Mac,
and a running back.
I don't know the last time you saw him, but I bumped into Noah this spring down at a tournament in Houston. He's been in the weight room, is what I'm saying. But he has arguably one of the best receivers in the country, Benny Easter Jr. They're loaded. You talk about Causey in the backfield. They got trenches. Summer Creek.
That's why they're my sleeper team.
To come out of Houston, not just win the district, to come out of Houston.
Correct.
I mean, any given Friday, it could be either one of these teams that we're talking about. And Atascocita has a new coach that came over from College Park who's injected some life into the Atascocita. And they got guys.
Yep.
So, and then, Summer Creek at the end of the year beat North Shore on the road, 27-0. When's the last time a North Shore team was shut out? At home?
I can't think of a time that they've been shut out at home.
I guarantee you Willie Gaston has had that in the ears of those guys the entire season.
You think he's got that score in their weight room?
Got to. You got to.
Up on the...
They don't lose at home. And to be goose-egged at home, this is before they went on a state run now.
Yeah.
They won 6 in a row
That's
to
the
get it out.
loss that probably propelled them
It
to their
woke them
state
up.
run.
It injected
It woke
life
them up.
into them.
Yeah.
They went on to knock off 6 teams to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why we have these conversations in forums. This is why we have them in barbershop talks and just in general at the dinner table. If you got football, there's nothing like Texas high school football.
No. All right, let's move on. We got East Texas, which has some DFW teams in it. We've got Longview, Tyler Legacy, Forney, Royce City, Mesquite Horn, both Rockwall Heath, and North Forney. There's been some coaching changes in Rockwall. Coach Webb retired. They brought in Casey. He was at Fayetteville, I think, in Arkansas. I can't think of his last name off the top of my head, but Coach Casey.
Is it Casey Dick?
Casey Dick. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't know if that was it or not.
I think it is.
He now takes over Rockwall Heath. My guy, Cody Moore, was the offensive coordinator at Rockwall Heath. He's now at Mineola. So Rockwall Heath's got some changes, but Rockwall Heath's got some pieces. They got some pieces.
All you got to look in the backfield.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, and that's what I was going to say. Their backfield, their quarterback, in my opinion, again,
Prosper
I'm a
Neal.
quarterback dad.
Mhm.
He's more of a running back. He's an athlete playing quarterback. I don't think he's a good quarterback, just from a quarterback perspective. If you had to say, is this kid a true quarterback at the next level? I don't think he translates. The running back,
Partisan.
yeah,
Partisan.
with him and Prosper Neal in the backfield, that's a dynamic punch. Like which one are you going to stop? Prosper Neal's a great athlete. Great kid. They've got talent on the edge. They got talent in the trenches. Rockwall just had a kid transfer over from Rockwall Heath. Collins Jones is going to take over at the quarterback spot in Rockwall. But Rockwall's got they just reloaded with some receivers, man. What I think could happen if the coaching staff at Heath starts clicking in the coach's room, I think Rockwall Heath can knock off North Forney. So I'm going to put my money on the coaching staff getting it clicking. I've got Longview 1. I've got Rockwall Heath 2. I've got North Forney 3, and I've got Rockwall 4.
Okay.
And Longview 1, Rockwall Heath 2, North Forney 3, and Rockwall 4. The only reason why I've got North Forney 3 is because they lost Legend Bay to graduation.
So here's the question though, Mac. Here's the question though, Mac, about North Forney. We know how electric Legend Bay was as a player. Now that he's gone, do you think that offense opens up a little more? Because Bryson Thrower Jr. is one of the top guys that nobody talks about. He's been to Texas. You got the running back Woodard coming back. But just your opinion.
Again,
with a different quarterback.
Because I have a kid that's in the 27 class, we know a lot of kids across the state, across the country.
Absolutely.
North Forney is no different. My son has played with a couple of the kids down there. We were at a college visit back in the spring before my son committed. We ran into one of the North Forney players. I'm not going to say names, but we were talking to the North Forney player.
Sure.
The words that came out of this kid's mouth was, we don't have a quarterback.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that offense is predicated on a quarterback. That offense has to have a true dual threat guy that can run it first, throw it second. And I just, from what I'm hearing from the inside, now things could change. We know people move and do things all the time. Absolutely. They may have found their guy during spring ball. I don't see it right now. So
okay, I agree. That's why I asked.
All right, let's go to DFW district. We're gonna go 11-6A. This is my man Greg Hammer. This is your district. We got Waxahachie. We got Duncanville. We got North Crowley, which, again, being a fly on the wall in UIL, why in the world you got Waxahachie and Duncanville, Red Oak and Skyline that are, within 10, 15 miles of each other, going up and down 35 and 45, going all the way west of the Fort Worth side, playing North Crowley, Mansfield, and Mansfield, Lake Ridge. That just blows my mind. But, oh well, I don't make the rules. I just get to cover it. So.
Sure.
Hammer, this is you. I'm going to turn it over to you. Waxahachie, Duncanville. Because Dave Campbell's has Duncanville finishing third. I don't think North Crowley is going to finish second. I'll just leave it at that. Well, we said before we recorded the show, Waxahachie may have arguably the best defense in the state of Texas. And Duncanville's biggest question mark is still quarterback. Because that kid, Bryson Kennedy, moved. I was going to say, he moved in and then he left. Go ahead, Henry.
Maximus Denson is back. So there's no question.
I know he's back. Is he healthy?
He's healthy.
Because he got pretty hurt last year.
Yes. Okay. He's healthy. He's good.
Okay.
And here's the thing about this district.
Well, then, if that's the case, I don't think it goes back to the whole Carthage deal, like Duncanville's been the top of that district for how long? Until somebody knocks them off.
Yeah.
If Max is healthy, I got Duncanville 1, Waxahachie 2. That's
So
just me.
here's the thing about this district, and I got people at Waxahachie. My guy KP gonna get on me. And North Crowley, DeMarcus Harris takes over. It's not going to be a change in the culture over there. The question mark is going to be at quarterback with Torres. He was ineligible last year, that whole situation. He's back
Still
now.
a question mark.
I don't think it is because he's been with these guys. He plays. I've seen these guys in the offseason do work. You know what I'm saying? But right, absolutely. So what I would say about this district is, first of all, anytime Duncanville is as quiet as they've been, there's something over there. Okay.
Correct,
And when
yeah.
I'm talking about defensively, we know what they have in Trenton Yancey on offense. The offensive line's back. Like we talked about, Maximus Denson, I think is going to be the difference. But you just can't overlook the Waxahachie Indians and everything that they bring back. But
Just so
North
you know,
Crowley,
Waxahachie is bringing back 41 Letterman.
exactly.
That's deep.
That's deep.
But
And they have some 28, 29s coming.
yeah, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with y'all about Waxahachie being number one.
Yeah.
I'm just going with my whole train of thought until somebody knocks them off.
What?
Duncanville's got to be there.
You remember last year was a 3-way tie with DeSoto, Duncanville, and Waxahachie. It was a 3-way tie in that district. Now DeSoto drops down.
Yep.
There's North Crowley sitting there. Keontae Ingram and Jarrell Smith, the North Texas commit, 2,000-yard rushers for North Crowley. They were a heavy run team last year, and Allen knocked them off.
This year, I think.
I think they will be too, but they have the best 2028 wide receiver in Demarion Mays outside. They got Hayden
Mays
Green.
is the best.
They got Price Demerson. They got Jeremy Cooper.
But
they got Cade Smith. There's some guys over there that can get it done.
But here's the deal.
Hold on, Matt. We ain't even talked about the secondary yet. Jerry Outhouse Jr., UCLA commit.
Oh, I know.
Elijah
Before we get to the
Arizona
defense,
State.
as loaded, because I know those guys.
I know you do.
I know those guys. We've played with them.
I know.
They don't have a quarterback solid enough to get them the ball. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I think Torres is going to surprise you.
I hope so. I just don't see it. So for sure, no. That's why we're all such good friends.
Well, this one makes the show.
Talk to me about the defensive side of the ball with North Crowley, because if North Crowley is going to dethrone Waxahachie and Duncanville, it's going to have to be that defense that gets it done.
Well, they still have the coach DeMarcus Harris in place, so he's going to be there to call that defense and help those guys get where they need to be. They start out with Alito, so we'll know how good North Crowley is from the get-go. We'll know how the quarterback play is from the first snap. They also scrimmage Allen as well. Yeah. So we'll know how good North Crowley is. At least I will, because I'll be somewhere watching them.
No.
Yeah, we ain't even talked about them yet.
No, we will. We'll get to that when we start talking about state stuff here in a minute.
Absolutely.
All right. For those of y'all that noticed, R.L. Martin had to dip. He had to go to his job. So we're going to continue with this episode, finish it up. We're going to go out west. We got District 2, 6A. This is, both Odessa schools. You got Permian, Odessa. You got Midland and Midland Lee, and then you got San Angelo Central. Is this the year that Odessa Permian can make it back and make a deep run? Because in my opinion, Permian is the top of that district. I agree with Dave Campbell's. The only slight movement I might make would be to put Midland over San Angelo Central. But as far as 1 and 2, it's Permian and Lee. Can Permian make a deep run?
Well, the problem with when they start coming east, they run into those juggernauts. I was there a couple of years ago, 2 years ago on North Crowley's run, and it just wasn't close. They played North Crowley here, and Odessa Permian just didn't have the juice when it comes to playing those Metroplex teams. I think Black, the running back that they had, graduated, correct?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. So, I agree with you on the district predictions, but when they come to play Metroplex teams, it just hadn't been close these last few years. I think they probably get through the first round or two, but when it comes to playing, and usually they match up in the second round, I think, coming to play a Metroplex team. And it's just it just hadn't been in their favor the last couple of years. So
it's tough. I think we've all said it, and not just us on this call, but tons of media outlets all over the state of Texas that cover high school football. The talent difference between your major metropolitan areas, you got, DFW, Houston, 1 and 2, however you want to flip that script, you could make an argument for either metro being top dog across 6A all the way down.
Exactly.
And then you've got, I would think San Antonio and Austin right there, 3 and 4, you can make an argument on which one you want to flip. And then And then it's East Texas,
Yeah,
6A down. East Texas is just as good as some of the San Antonio and Austin squads,
absolutely.
especially in the lower levels. And then West Texas is just been almost kind of forgotten about, which is sad because there's a ton of great talent out there.
For sure. I think you have to look at the sparse
The
dense
density of them.
populations.
Yeah.
Back when the Friday Night Lights was going on, and the Perry and Panthers were running things. I think that populous area was populated with families that had good talent. But now, I mean, you have to look at the Metroplex is here. You have to, when you talk about talent, the Metroplex is here, and I'm a Houston guy, and I can say that because we cover ball and we see this, but you got to start measuring state championship. In the last decade, you don't have to pull out a book to do it. You can just
it's been DFW.
It's been DFW, then Houston,
Yeah.
and then everybody else. So,
all right, that's a good segue. Let's get into our state predictions. We're going to start with 6A. Let's go with Region 4. Mark, who do you think is coming out of Region 4?
I think
We'll start with
it's a
large school.
toss-up. I like San Antonio Johnson and my guy Elvis down there. They played some good ball down there last year, and they were on the cusp, but I think they lost in the last little bit. Of course, you can't count out Cibolo Steel. They always have some talent, but I like San Antonio Johnson coming out of the San Antonio area. Of course, you can't overlook Lake Travis and Westlake, which historically has been there. But don't sleep on San Antonio Johnson.
So let's get a prediction. Because we're going to put this out there.
Okay.
Who is your pick for big school 6A Region 4?
Lake Travis.
Lake Travis? That's mine as well. And I've gone back and forth between them or Westlake, but I'm going to go with my guy Gold. Gold is gold. I got Lake Travis. All right. Hammer, you got anything to add on that, or you think Lake Travis is going to be Region 4 big school? No, you don't. Not if you don't want to. All right. Mark, who do you got coming out of Region 4 small school?
This was going to be tough. It just depends on these matchups, but I mean, you gotta look at. Depends on how these districts shake out. But I mean, small school. I'm looking at. I think Brennan's a small school team in San Antonio. Brennan.
Yeah.
D2.
Dripping Springs, they're small school too, right?
Dripping Springs. Chase Ames is one of the best 2027 quarterbacks in the state. People don't talk about this guy, and they had a big run last year.
Dripping Springs is my pick.
I'm gonna go with that too. I'd like to see my guy Chase Ames get a shot at state, man. For real.
Okay, so that's gonna be D2, and then Lake Travis D1. All right, Region 3, big school. I think I know who you're. Hammer, do you want to comment before I say something? Of course you do. Man, I'm stuck on this one because I've got so much belief in what Summer Creek is building.
They'll end up probably going D2.
You think Summer Creek will be small school?
Yeah, if it's the same 4 teams from last year.
Well, then I'm going to go North Shore, and then I'm going to take Summer Creek over CE King.
Ooh, okay. All right.
What do you got?
D2, I'm going to have to go with CE King, Dylan Mitchell and Company. But I'm going to give you another team that I like coming out of Houston is Cypress Ranch. And
I've heard a lot of smoke about them.
Cypress Ranch has Amari Vickerson, SMU commit on the defensive line, one of the most active and disruptive guys that you'll see. And Braden Baker is the quarterback.
Yeah, he's committed to Houston, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
He's like that. And I have seen a good helping of him this year in the offseason.
I've heard a good helping of him in the offseason this year from you.
Braden Baker and Cy Ranch is a sleeper to come out of the Houston area.
All right. Hammer, any comments on Region 3? All right. Region 2. What do you got, Mr. Henry?
Region 2 is a little bit tougher.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see a 4th round matchup coming out of District 11 somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like the Longview Lobos coming out of East Texas.
They got a linebacker.
I think they'll be Tubbs. I think it's his last name.
Tubbs.
I like him.
Tubbs is tough.
He brings the hat. Maybe not
about
have your
RL said
measurables.
somebody coming down in with bad intentions.
He's coming.
Tubbs is coming with some bad intentions.
Yeah, he's a 3-year starter.
We talked about Tubbs on a previous episode, me and RL
Absolutely.
did. And they do.
Yeah,
so,
they have.
You know who Tubbs reminds me of? Torian York from A&M.
That's a pretty good comp. I agree.
And the other kid, that's who he reminded RL of. Did you watch much of UT Permian Basin football last year?
I did not, but I saw Torian in high school when he played for Temple.
Yeah. So UTPB had a linebacker named Tristan Exline.
Okay.
He was a Division II All-American had over 100 tackles. Now he's at Iowa State playing Division I ball, but Tubbs reminds me of him. So we'll move on.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
all right. Who's your pick for a big school coming out of Region 2?
This is tough, man. I think you got to look at it's gonna come out of District 11, and I think I'm gonna go with North Carolina.
Okay. All right. That's your pick. All right. This is recorded, so I'm going to come back to you.
I know you gonna clip it. Hey, if you haven't seen the clips, he's got my face all over these clips. But I like North Crowley to come out. I think they'll play Waxahachie again for the regional final. Allen's in Region 1, I believe.
Yeah, we'll get to that one in just a second.
Yeah.
So y'all have convinced me a little bit on Waxahachie.
They loaded,
So
bro.
I'm going to pick Waxahachie coming out of there. I know. Yeah, it's Waxahachie for you all the way. Small school. This one's
out
tough.
of Region 2, yeah. And this is where I was looking at
So let me ask you
Longview.
this.
Sure.
Is Willis, are they small school?
They are D2.
Because they got a quarterback,
Yes, they do.
a good one.
He's gonna be a
And
sophomore.
they've got some talent around him, and they've got
They
some
do.
dudes in the trenches. So if Willis is small school,
Yeah, they've gone D2 the last 2 years or 3 years, but they've run into DeSoto.
and they
Even
don't
going
have
back
that
to when
hurdle no
DJ.
more.
Well, they're not now, but I'm saying the last 3 years they run into DeSoto, even when they had DJ at quarterback, and they had Bishop last year. This game,
So with
the last
DeSoto out of
year,
the picture, do you think Willis could make it
I
out of
still
that
think
region?
it's going to be out of Waxahachie and North Crowley coming out of that region.
So you think is North Crowley going to be small school?
North Crowley's going to be small school.
So you
And
think
Waxahachie's going to
that
be D1. So my small school is North Crowley, and my big school in Region 2 is Waxahachie. Your small school's in Region 1.
We'll get to Region 1 in a second. I know Hammer's chomping at the bit. Man, could Klein Oak make a run?
Now, they do have Michael Rose, who's one of the best 2028 running backs in the country. And they have a very, very good quarterback that I think is committed to West Virginia. But that district is loaded. You got Kane, Collins, Tomball,
Yep.
which has Ian Thomas, one of the 2028 running backs in the same district.
Yep.
So, you could toss it up. Here's one thing that I'll say that I think it's more difficult to come out of Houston in 6A because you have to literally play all the teams there versus coming out of DFW. Sometimes they get a chance to play those West Texas teams. And it's a little bit easier role just the competition-wise. If you come out of Houston, you got a legit shot to win.
I'm going to pick a sleeper team for D2, and I'm going to go with Willis.
Okay. I like that.
All right. Region 1, big school. Hammer, we're going to go to you first. Region 1, big school. All right, Henry, go. What you got?
Big school, I got to look at the Allen Eagles. Ty Snell has had a phenomenal offseason. Shout out to my guy, Zach Williams, who's been a monster as well. Those two guys are going to be together for a number of years. I like Allen coming out of Region 1, and then my small school. It's a toss-up, but this is the year, and I'm going to go with these guys because I had a chance to see them in the spring. But I think Geyer comes out in D2. This is the year. We've been waiting on this Geyer 2027 class to punch their ticket. They got the best, or arguably the best defensive front in the state. You got Carter Morgan.
They probably got
in
the second
2028.
best defense in the state behind Waxahachie. I heard it.
Now, Carter Morgan, he played last year, shared time, but this is his year. You also got DJ's back as well. You got Tristan.
Yep.
I think Tristan Shelton for sure. I think, on the defense, you're looking at Paxton Williams, the North Texas commit.
Haywood.
So I mean, and we've already talked about their front four. This is Coach Hines' year with this class that they have to come out. Absolutely. Hartfield. So, I mean, we will know early about Guy. The two teams we've been talking about face each other in Guy and Waxahachie early. So that's going to be a game up in Denton.
So let me throw a wrench.
Okay.
South Lake Carroll.
That's been their Achilles heel the last 2 years.
Has been the fourth round with Geyer.
Right.
Is this the year that South Lake? I know they've got a new head coach, but just like Waxahachie,
Yep.
they promoted from within.
Right.
The team and the
Introducing
community
a new quarterback.
bought in. But listen, from everything I've heard about Hunter, I can't even pronounce his last name.
He's legit.
This kid may be one of the. How do you pronounce his last name?
Oh, I can't think. I know his first name's Hunter.
I don't even want to get it wrong. I'm just going to call him Hunter because I know his first name is easy to pronounce.
For sure.
But I've been hearing that this kid may be the best quarterback to come out of South Lake Carroll since what's his name? That's it. You don't think he's better than Quinn Ewers? I'm hearing that he has the potential to be the best quarterback to come out of South Lake. All right, and that's fair. We've talked about that. Yeah.
But
All right.
he's got the pieces around him, and Blake Buncher, Brody Knowles, the offensive line, Tristan Dare, and those guys.
Ty McCurry.
There's a DeMarcus Ware Jr.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Des Bryant Jr.
Bryant Jr. So you've got Geyer. I've got South Lake Carroll.
Okay.
And I don't think if I'm wrong, I ain't mad at it because I think Geyer's got a good squad. The talent that Geyer has on defense, and then you've got Zane going both ways. I could very well see Geyer making the state game. All right, so let's knock this out real quick. Who is your Division I state champ between North Shore, Lake Travis, Waxahachie, and Allen? Out of those four, who's your state champ? That's some good one.
No.
Only one can win. Only one can win. You got to say one. It's going up. This is on record.
Division I.
Division I.
Let's go. I think out of those teams that you listed, it's going to be a dogfight. But if you're looking at the opportunity now, you have to seize it. I'm going to go with North Shore.
Okay. I am going to go back about 10 years because that's about how long it's been since this team's won one. Allen. I got Allen.
Okay.
They're young.
Talented,
but
though.
They are so talented, man.
Yep.
All right. Division II. Dripping Springs, Summer Creek, Willis, South Lake Carroll, or Geyer. So of all the teams that we picked, who do you got? You got Geyer winning state?
Out of those teams that you just mentioned off, yeah.
You've got Geyer as well? All right. I think this is South Lake Carroll's year to take it. I got to stick with my pick.
Okay.
I will say, if Geyer beats South Lake, then Geyer's going to win state.
It's a possible matchup in D2 for sure.
100%. All right, let's go 5A Division I, Region 4, Smithson Valley. Until somebody knocks them off, I don't see anybody beating Ty Knutson.
Okay.
What do y'all think?
Coming out of Region 4 is definitely Smithson Valley. Hunter Hall, Caleb Peeler. I mean, they loaded.
Yep.
Saw them the last 2 years win it. Beat a very good Frisco Lone Star team last year. Sound. They don't make mistakes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that was a great point, Mac, you made about adjustments because we saw them make some adjustments in the second half.
Yep. All right. Region 3, easy peasy. Richmond Randall. I don't see anybody else.
I think Randall, Coach Randall and those guys, they have a tough battle. Angleton's going to be there for sure. You can't count out Iowa Colony. But I think Randall, if we're talking about pedigree, this will be their third trip coming out there.
Yep. I think Region 2 is pretty easy. I've got DeSoto. I don't see Lone Star beating them. I don't see Reedy beating them. I don't see Melissa beating them. I don't see Highland Park beating them. I think Region 2.
I think I really did some film study and did an article on DeSoto preview. This might be the best front seven they've had. It might be better than last year.
This might be the best front seven that they've had in 2 decades.
For DeSoto.
Yeah,
on defense.
They're deep. They're deep.
Absolutely.
Though that front seven on that, all of them are coming downhill with bad intentions.
Yeah.
I would not want to be an opposing running back, quarterback, or anybody trying to come up the middle or having to block those dudes coming up the middle.
Right.
So I got DeSoto. I don't think
it's going to be a collision course. Of course, the game we all want to see is definitely, against Lone Star for sure. But I think
you think Highland Park gets past Lone Star?
Well, they lost to him last year.
Yeah.
And Buck had a really good game.
He did. But Trey had a better game. Yeah. So you think Highland Park's going to beat – so you got Highland Park beating Lone Star to play DeSoto for the Final Four? I'm trying to rile you up, Amber. All right, Region 1.
Then Ryan Oliver.
Agree. All right, so who's your state champ? First off, let's go. Who do you think's playing for the title game?
Smithson Valley and DeSoto.
Okay. Who wins it?
You
got the defensive front seven of DeSoto and their running back, Sarod Baker. And then you got Smithson Valley with their skill talent and Ty Knutson and the offensive powerhouse that they got.
I mean, the question mark, again, for DeSoto's, they're replacing a starting quarterback in Legend, Howell, from last year, who's at UTPB now. LaMarcus Summers is the incumbent. He did get some playing time last year. But you have a great offensive line as well.
And you've got Sarod.
You got Sarod Baker, who's one of the top 2 running backs in the country, not just in the state.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. But if
you got DeSoto winning it?
Even though Smithson Valley is going to be,
yeah,
I think it'll be a great game. You have two of the better coaches in the country than Claude Mathis and Smith Valley's coach.
Yeah, 100%.
Get your popcorn ready.
All right. 5A Division II, Region 4. Oh, man, this one's a tough one.
RL talked about Borney.
Bernie's good, man.
They got the quarterback to do it. You guys talked about New Braunfels, who's been hanging around Alamo Heights.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Borney coming out of 4.
Yeah, all right. Let me look at something real quick. Yeah, I'm going to go Bernie since we're putting it on record. I'm not going to go against the boat. They've got the quarterback. They've got the talent. I'll go Bernie.
Absolutely.
All right, Region 3.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
For me, I think it's P&G. I think the team that could give them a run for their money would be Bastrop, or I would just say Bastrop's probably the only one that could give them a run for their money.
I think Fort Bend Crawford. I think Fort Bend Crawford is going to be a team that, if they can get past Marshall, I like Bastrop too, but Huntsville's going to be pretty good as well. But I mean, if you're looking at just on paper right now, coming out of then, these are early season predictions. This could change 5 games.
Yeah, 2 games in.
Right. Well, you got to look at P&G coming out of that region.
Yep. All right, Region 2. I think this one's pretty easy. Region 2, South Oak Cliff.
With Mansfield Timberview pushing.
That's kind of what I was going back and forth on, because Timberview's got some dudes. Braylon Burnett.
Georgetown commit. Shout out to Bray. You got Tristan Shaw. Quarterbacks coming back. The D-line is, you got Coach Coleman, who's a defensive guy.
Yep.
But I think, like you said earlier tonight, until you knock the big dog off and South Oak Cliff's low.
All right. Here's an interesting one. Division 1. We've got Argyle. We've got Anna. We've got Salina. And I'm trying to think who else might be.
Panther Creek.
They're moving up. I don't think they can make it. They're good. They've got talent. I don't think they have enough. I don't think they have enough of the pieces at the 5A Division II level to make it that deep. We're talking the Final 4.
Okay.
Anna's got some question marks and some key pieces, but you've got Coach Parr. He's
one of the best in the state.
Salina coming off all their issues that they had last year.
And they're moving up.
My pick for Region 1 is Argyle.
I agree. Yeah. Hayes, Hackton, Julian Caldwell. The line that I have.
That's a SEC quality line with the size and the talent.
Anna's got one of those lines.
They do, and that's one of the reasons why I keep kind of going back to Anna is because of their trenches.
For sure.
I don't know if they have enough of the pieces and the skill.
Yeah, Carmon Houston
to overcome it. Yeah, but I still think Argyle's got it.
No, I agree. Argyle's got it.
Sure. So here's my thing. I think this is the year that Sock gets dethroned, and I think Argyle is going to dethrone Sock this year.
Okay.
I've got Argyle and I've got P&G playing in the state game.
Okay.
And I've got Argyle winning it.
Okay.
All right, let's keep moving. All right, 4A Division 1, Region 1. Who do we got?
Springtown.
Are they in 4A Region 4?
That was Region 1.
They're Region 1. So you got Springtown coming out of Region 1.
I do.
Over Alvarado?
Yes.
You think? Those were my 2 picks, was Alvarado or Springtown.
Yeah.
And I keep going back and forth. Convince me why I should go with Springtown.
Rome Ewell on the defensive side. And Springtown's been there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Brock knocked them off last year. And I just think that they're due for it. Now, I'm not saying they're going to make it to state, but I think looking at this region, the only team that I think really can challenge them is West Plains because of the physicality and the offensive line. But I like Springtown coming out of this region.
All right. I'll go with you. I think Region 2, for me, I think it's pretty simple. I think it's Sulphur Springs.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Kilgore.
I think Sulphur Springs got Kilgore this year.
Okay.
I think this is the year that Kilgore falls off.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but
Okay.
I think this is the year Sulphur Springs gets it done.
Okay.
I really like that kid at quarterback. He's an athlete.
He's a guy. Yeah.
He's a runner.
Yeah.
He's a runner who can throw it, and he can throw
Absolutely.
it fairly well.
Right. And he's got the pieces around him.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this is the year Sulphur Springs gets it done.
Okay.
Region 3.
Stephenville. I'm not going to even. That's. Yeah.
Yeah, no question there. Region 4 is the hard one. Is it going to be Cal Allen?
Historically, it's been Cal Allen.
Yeah.
And I would say, looking at the region, I think that's where I would lean is Cal Allen.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. All right. Who we got winning state?
Steven.
Yeah. Who do we have playing Stephenville? Sulphur Springs or Springtown?
That's a tough.
Because it is Region 1 versus Region 2.
Well, I picked
in the
Kilgore, so I'm
semifinal,
gonna have
right?
to stick with Kilgore. Well, no,
All right.
they're gonna meet in
Good.
the semis. They'll meet in the semis, wouldn't it? Or is it 1, 2, and 3, 4? I think it's 1, 2, and 3, 4. Yeah,
That's what I think too.
yeah. Kilgore, Stephenville rematch.
So mine would be Sulphur Springs, Stephenville.
Yeah, rematch.
All right. Moving on. See if we can get to 4A Division 2. Where'd my notes go? There we go. And we'll stop the episode with this one right here. We're
Okay.
not going to be able to get to 3A. All right. Let's go with Region 1. I've got Brock.
I was gonna say, Brock. They're loaded. Coach Mathis has got a really good team. Holt, the quarterback, is back another year. They got top defense, one of the top linebackers in 4A football. I don't think you can go wrong with Brock.
Region 2,
Carthage.
PG. Hammer, Carthage. I'm the Lone Ranger, man. Region 3, I don't think it's any question. It's West Orange Star. Could be wrong, but what do y'all think?
Oh, wait, man. Yeah, I like West Orange Star for sure.
The only team that could challenge them is in their district, which would be Silsbee. I don't see anybody else in Region 3 coming out to knock them off.
Don't sleep on Marc. It's a really good team. Houston
Yeah,
Yates
but
last year was undefeated, and they've got some talent.
That Orange Star running back, man.
Love him.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with it. West Orange Star, and then Region 4, Waco, La Vega.
Yeah, say less.
Again, I know when we talked about our last night when we did our districts, I did say Robinson was going to win that district, but I said La Vega would go deeper in the playoffs, and I've got La Vega going to the Final Four.
Yeah, I like La Vega. I had a chance to rap with their quarterback coach over the weekend. Lots of time.
So who do we got in the state game out of La Vega, Orange Star, PG, and Brock, or Carthage and Brock?
Ooh, I'm going to say Brock punches their ticket. And they play La Vega.
Over Carthage or PG?
They play La Vega.
I do have La Vega coming out. I have them beating Orange Star. Yeah. I've got Pleasant Grove winning it all.
Okay. I'm going to have to go with Brock. I'm going to have to go with Brock winning it.
All right. This is some good stuff, man. I know these episodes have been long the last couple of nights, but it has been a joy and it's been a pleasure. You guys are family. I love each and every one of you.
Absolutely. Same.
Thank y'all for joining.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, it's been another incredible episode of Between the Hashes, the Texas High School Football Podcast. I have been your co-host, Adam McAbee, been joining with me tonight. Members of Third Down Media, Marc Henry, the GOAT, sports photographer extraordinaire, Greg Hammer. Until next time, you guys have a great, safe evening. We'll talk to you soon.
Friday night, check the sky. We lit, house packed out, whole town in it. Pace crash hard, heartbeat sink. This that show that make you think. Under them lights, we don't play, we ball. From the small town fields to the big state calls. We talk rivalries, legends, up next kings. Breakdowns, hot takes, all them rings. Turn it up, don't miss this drive. Texas high school dreams, so loud, so loud, so loud. You tune in now, right that way. This the part they crave every Friday. Welcome to the show where the